Hi guys, Retro Django here. Today's video is all about a budget gaming build PC. Now this particular Dell PC, I got it for free. It was about to be thrown out. It's a Windows 7 era system that ain't gonna be able to run games as it is, not modern games. But the thing is, we are going to upgrade this Dell OptiPlex 7010. This PC is gonna be used by my son. He discovered me playing Diablo 2 and he just fell in love with it. He's a young kid and he was playing, Roblox and Minecraft and games like that. And then he saw his dad play Diablo 2 and he absolutely fell in love with it. The stats, upgrading your character, getting +3 fireball and all sort of that, the math aspect of it, it just caught my son's interest. So I have this couple of years old laptop. So I put that online with my main editing PC, and my kid played together with me Diablo 2, and it was like he owned the whole world, man. Having these two characters run together with his dad, it's just like a dream. His friends are coming over and they're just, this is the coolest thing ever. Everyone wants to play Diablo 2 at his age now. It's just crazy. They're like, where did you get this? I had never heard about this game. No, it's 20 years old, guys, when I was a little kid. Now I'm an old man, but the thing is, I got this PC for free. You can get one of these really, really cheap on eBay. And you can make an upgrade like this if you want to play games on a budget build. What I am going to do with this PC is actually, I'm going to upgrade it and I'm going to show my son a game from 2012, Diablo 3. Diablo 2 lovers, some of them like this one, others hate it, but this newer generation, trying a game with slightly better graphics, not because Diablo 2 is bad, but you know how it is. So what we're going to do, we're going to upgrade this with better graphics card, more RAM, and a faster hard disk. With that, then I hope that this PC will run Diablo 3 at 1080p, minimum 60 frames per second. That's just a must. The thing I got is the upgrades are actually, I bought this Corsair Vengeance 8GB of RAM, and I bought two of them so it could have 16GB. So the day after, I got a mail where the company said that they were sold out. I could get this one for really, really cheap. Same 1600 megahertz DDR3, so it's the same RAM, but yeah, fine by me, okay? It can still run dual channel, that's the important stuff. So with this, it will have 16GB of RAM. Other than that, we are going to upgrade it with this lovely, lovely graphic card. This is from Gigabyte and it's a GeForce GTX 1650. Now this card requires 350 watts of PSU power from the computer here. Now I'm not guaranteed that this one will give a picture, but taking off the old mechanical spinning hard disk and putting in a SSD, this one uses lesser power, and in that way I really hope that this PSU that's built in here will give enough juice to power this lovely, lovely GeForce GTX overclock low profile 4GB DDR5 RAM, 128-bit RAM that has got display out and digital video out, HDMI out. It's, yeah, again, low profile, so it can fit in this PC. It has got 2 small coolers. So I'm really looking forward for this upgrade. So you can get this PC. I have checked the eBay prices. They're so cheap. And if you have got, you know, local Craigslist sellers, they go for nothing. They go for peanuts. Now this one has got a label up front that says Intel i7. So I don't know how many megahertz, what generation, nothing like that. But again, Windows 7 PC, so it is an old PC. I am thinking 4 cores, but we're gonna check it out together, guys. So let's just go ahead and open this one and take a look inside. So this build is just beautiful from Dell. The way we open it is pretty simple. You just got this hinge over here, you just pull it back and lift it to the side. Now this is the first time I open this. It's a bit dusty, as I can see. Now, first of all, we're gonna pull out the graphic card. Let's go ahead and do so. So, as I said earlier, this has got a built-in VGA graphic card. This OptiPlex Dell PC 7010. Alright, it's got a Radeon AMD. The next part will be the RAM. Let's just take it out and see what's inside. Of course, single block, single channel, of course. Now, this one is a Kingston 2 GB RAM. So we're gonna upgrade this to 16 GB, and that will give a nice performance boost. Now, if you want to do it more budget than this budget, you can actually also play a lot of games with 8 GB of RAM only. The RAM, the hard disk, the graphic card, this PC, everything that cost me $150, around 150. So I would say it's a really cheap, yeah, it's a budget build, okay? The hard disk, the mechanical hard disk, we are going to remove that. We are not going to use that. I bought 2 terabyte hard disk, and we are going to put that one in. Now this is a Samsung 1000 gigabyte, 7200 RPM, 32 megabyte. Yeah, some old stuff, guys. We're going to install this 2 terabyte that is 120 only. What? Was the 1 terabyte I ordered? I didn't order 128. I have another one. 2 seconds, guys. Alright, I have got this Kingston laying around. It's a SSD again, 960 gigabyte. It's so dirt cheap. So, building a PC, go ahead. Always remove these old, unreliable, noisy, slow hard disks. Take them out and upgrade with an SSD. They don't use that much power. They are pretty reliable. If this one is 960 gigabyte, I would use 700 gigabyte max. So have some free space on it. You can watch other videos, people telling you why. Don't just fill it up. Other than that, don't make that much heat inside the PC, because as I can see, we have got a fan intake at the front that will suck in cold air directly on the hard disk and will be sucked out from the PSU here and outside here. So we have got this loaded CPU. We're not going to upgrade that. It's an Intel i7. We're gonna put in some RAM. All right, when installing RAM, you have to be careful. If you want to run dual channel, then you will, on your motherboard, it will say A1, A2, B1, B2. This motherboard is also marked here. It says 1, 2, and the black one's 3, 4. And this, oh wait, this RAM block, oh man, this company is making me mad. This is for laptops, guys. How's it with this one? Let me see. Is it the proper one? Come on. It feels a little, yeah, okay. We can use this 8 GB. Not that one. First of all, they didn't have 2 of them, or was it 2 of them, and they sent this. I think I bought, 2 of these, a Vengeance Corsair RAM, and they didn't have 2 of these, so I just got this for a laptop, half-sized. Ah, man, oh man. All right, so let's just go ahead and install this 8 GB, and I just hope that it's enough. But of course, I will get the rest. So this build will have 16 GB of RAM. That's just so cheap. So why not? So we have got a beautiful RAM upgrade. The next thing is the hard disk. So I just took off this old hard disk, and look at this system. Isn't that neat? They were already planning on making this little upgrade at Dell's, I think. So they just included this holder for the SSD, which is pretty neat. So let's give it the cables here, and power here. There we go. Compact system. I really like it. There we go. So we have much better airflow now. We don't have a hot hard disk here. So, I mean, I'm happy with this build so far. We have one more power plug here. As you can see, we don't have that much power, that much powerful power supply. So we don't have those 8-legged, 6-legged double cables to run a powerful graphic card. That's why I went ahead and bought this little beauty. The output on this one is only 250 watts. 250, guys. That's just nothing compared to these modern graphic cards. So let's just go ahead and unbox this one together, and I hope the graphic card is the right one, because the hard disk and RAM, I had some issues with this order. So let's just go ahead and look at this one together, guys. Again, Gigabyte GeForce GTX 1650. Yeah, looks nice. Let's unbox it together here. Take a look at this beauty. We have a quick installation guide. We have a driver CD. Oh, we have got the most important stuff over here. I'm gonna tell you why, if you don't know it already. So let's just open this. Yeah, break the warranty. There we go. Beautiful stuff. Look at this beauty. It's a tiny, teeny card. I mean, look at this. This is absolutely what we need on our low profile builds. As you can see, it can go into a normal size case, but with this little bracket that we're going to replace it with, we can build it in these low profile computers. And I mean, it looks, I think for its size, I hope that it's a nice card. I have never seen how this one scores. So we have got this big block here that will take the heat from the CPU, the GPU, and we have got these small fans here. So it's not that modern cooling solution, but as you can see, it doesn't need extra power. It is enough from the PCI 16 ports. So I think this, I hope this one runs cold, and with this hard disk upgrade we just have done, I hope that the 250 watts is will be enough to give it some power. So this video is just it's gonna also show that it is possible to run at that low amount of power. The cable, the plugs are gold plugs. I like that. Looks nice. Super. So let's just go ahead and replace this. All right. So let's just go ahead and remove this big bracket at the back side. And put in the low profile one. Nice. That's just easy stuff here. And it's gone. All right, so we are going to install this beauty now. Now it will run as a low profile card in our beautiful, beautiful Dell PC. There we go. What a beautiful card from Gigabyte GeForce GTX. Low profile. It is ready to be installed, ready to go. There we go. Real nice Intel system here from Dell. Yeah, not much to say about it, man. Everything is just a bit boring for the usual PC builder. I actually wanted to put in another cooler because we have some intake here at the front, but not the only outtake is actually from the fan over here that will suck in the hot air and take it outside here. So yeah, it is what it is, guys. We don't have room for more. All right, so let's just go ahead. Oh, before we do that, we have to remove this also because it will take out two brackets here. There we go. Beautiful stuff. It looks great, it feels great, it smells great, it's just great, man. All right, everything is installed and ready to go. It boots up. We have installed the nVidia GeForce GTX 1650. The processor Intel i7 3770 running at 3.4 gigahertz, 8 core, 8 threads, as you can see here. Beautiful stuff. That should be enough. Now I installed this MSI Afterburner. This program is really popular among YouTubers to show the frames per second. Now we are aiming at 60 frames per second. So I just hope that it will hit that. This program, as you can see, you can the GPU is at 40 degrees right now. You can actually monitor everything, and as you can see, I want to monitor GPU temperature, GPU usage, memory, CPU temperature, and stuff like that. So that's on, and it's I am zoomed, so it should be really easy to read, guys. So let's just go ahead and see how it scores. But before we do that, I just want to say one thing. This GPU is so silent. It's incredible, guys. I mean, it had two fans and I can't hear anything, man. It booted. I installed the drivers that was included, and it just works amazing. Everything runs really nice. So what we're going to do now is actually we're going to see how it scores. More data coming. Let's just see more dead. 2 seconds, guys. Let's see how it scores here. Yeah. They keep coming. As you can see, I'm playing Diablo 3. 2 seconds. Let's just heat the...
I've never seen anyone fight like that before.
Oh.
Guards, open the gates.
Open the
Clear
gates.
at the Slaughtered Calf Inn.
Nice.
Room has fallen to disgrace.
Oh, alright. Alright, guys. So, let's see how this one scores. As you can see here, the GPU, it runs at 66 degrees. Now it can run up to 80 and no panic there, but yeah, just under 70 degrees, that's all right. The GPU usage is at around 60% over here, so the GPU is actually powerful enough to run this game. That's really nice. We have got built-in 4 gigabytes of GDDR5 memory, and as you can see, memory usage 1100 megabyte of RAM. So we have a lot of RAM, so that's nice. That means that this game isn't...
Are you Leah? Rumford said you survived the fallen star.
I did.
Yeah,
But
okay.
it blasted my came back here to rally the militia.
Look at the temperature, up 71. Oh, 2 seconds, guys.
More fury.
There we go. All right.
Killing business.
The next thing we have to look at is down here, CPU 1 to 8. As you can see, all 8 CPUs cores built in, they run at just under 60 degrees. That's fine, really. As you can see here, to the right of that, that's the percentage of usage. As you can see, some of them is on 0 and most of the readings say under 10%. So yeah, I mean, it is the graphic card that runs this game. That's easy to see, right? If we go down here, CPU, it runs at 22 to 23 volts. That's how much power it consumes.
We've been under siege for 6 days now.
That's all fine.
Uncle Decker is still missing.
Down here, we're
Captain
looking
Rumford
at
and
the
others are losing hope.
RAM
I tell them not to lose faith. But if help doesn't
that we're
arrive
using.
soon,
As you saw earlier, this computer runs with a single RAM block at 8 megabytes. And as you can see, this game, when running, it uses half of that. As you can see, about 4 gigabytes of RAM, sorry. So yeah, I mean, I want to install 16 gigabyte, of course, if my son wants to play some newer games. But as I said earlier, it is usable with 8 megabytes of RAM. So yeah, let's just...
That's one of the wretched mothers. There are more of them in the ruins down the road.
All right. And now let's go down to the most important part. Okay, that's down here where it says 3D11. That's DirectX 11 running this game. As you can see, that's the frames per second. We were aiming at 60 frames per second. There we go, bash. And as I can see, we are getting double up. So,
Not enough fury.
oh no, we need some fury. So it runs about 120 to 140 frames per second, which is beautiful for this type of gaming, man. Absolutely. Yeah, there we go. We got a chest over here. Let's check it out. Nice. It works really smooth. Everything is just beautiful, man. I really like this build. There we go. Alright, now it's time for the verdict. So, what do I think about this build? Well, I like it. It's cheap, it's easy, everything works. No noisy fans, everything just worked out really nice. I want to upgrade it to 16 megabytes of RAM, but other than that, I will fiddle around with MSI Afterburner and turn the fans a bit higher, give it some more RPM, because I want to keep everything under the GPU under 70 degrees. And it can run 80 degrees. If your system runs at 80, it works fine, but it's just, again, the OCD in me. I want to have this one under 70. So I will just, adjust it just a bit. And other than that, I think this system it did cost me around $150. This budget build, it feels like I can play, or my son can play, maybe some 3D games, guys. Why not? We have a 250 watt PSU. We have this beautiful card, the GTX 1650, and as you can see in Diablo, it runs fine. Everything is on high. All the settings, details, everything is on high, and still it runs about 20 frames per second. So would I advise you to build something like this? I would say as a PC number 2 for your kids, maybe just if you're after a cheap budget gaming PC, then absolutely go ahead, look it up on eBay. Those Dell PCs, there are thousands of them and they're so cheap. I was looking at a used graphic cards. First of all, these low profile cards, they're not easy to get. And the high-end low profile cards on eBay are highly sought after. They're still popular. And some of the prices is actually as much as this one, the 1650, brand new with 4 gigabytes of RAM, GDDR5. I mean, so cheap and so powerful. So value for money, 10 out of 10, absolutely. As a cheap build system, 8 out of 10. I don't think it can play all the newest games in highest resolution, of course not, but for the money, it's absolutely great. So fully recommended by Retro Django. Have a great day out there, guys. Bye.